It was the worst economic disaster in modern history. Banks collapsed, millions of people lost their jobs, families were torn apart. But what if I told you that the Great Depression didn't just break people, it made them stronger? What if I told you that the very survival strategies created during the Great Depression are still being used today to build success and resilience? This is the untold story of how the Great Depression reshaped the modern world, and how you can use those lessons to overcome your own struggles today. October 29, 1929, Black Tuesday. The stock market crashed, wiping out $14 billion in a single day. Panic spread like wildfire. Banks shut down overnight. Entire life savings were wiped out in an instant. Families lost their homes, jobs disappeared. It wasn't just about money, it was about fear. People felt powerless. Imagine waking up one day to find that your bank account was gone, your job no longer existed, and your family was wondering where their next meal would come from. That's what millions of Americans faced. And yet, somehow, they found a way through it. It wasn't just the economy that collapsed. It was people's sense of hope. Families were separated because they couldn't afford to stay together. Men would leave home to search for work in other states, sometimes never coming back. Unaliving rates increased as people saw no way out. And the government? At first it did nothing. The message was clear: you're on your own. But here's what's remarkable. Even in the face of this unimaginable hardship, something incredible started to happen. People didn't give up, they adapted, they built new systems, they discovered strength they didn't know they had. So how did they survive? How did they come back from the brink? People pooled resources, neighbors shared food and tools, community gardens sprang up in empty lots. Out of necessity, people found new ways to make money. Bartering systems replaced cash. People created side hustles long before it was trendy. Franklin D. Roosevelt introduced the New Deal, unemployment benefits, Social Security, and public works projects that created millions of jobs. People learned how to live with less, and discovered that they were stronger than they thought. This wasn't just survival, it was adaptation. They didn't just endure, they rebuilt. And here's the thing, the strategies they used to survive the Great Depression, they still work today. The concept of having 3 to 6 months worth of expenses saved up, that started during the Great Depression. Many of the most successful businesses today, Apple, Microsoft, Uber, were born out of economic downturns. Learning to live with less and focus on what truly matters, that mindset came directly from the Great Depression. Unemployment benefits, public health care, Social Security, these were all shaped by the survival strategies created during this time. And the most important lesson, resilience. Just like people in the Great Depression had to adapt, so do we. The world is changing fast. Economic downturns, layoffs, inflation. Sound familiar? We've been here before, and we've made it through. Check one, check two, check. Here's what you can take away from this. Even if it's just $10 a week, start building that safety net. Find a side hustle or a second stream of income. Building a strong support system will help you weather tough times. Focus on what you truly need, not what society tells you to buy. The Great Depression wasn't just a story of loss, it was a story of strength, adaptation, and resilience. And if they could survive that storm, so can you. What's one survival lesson you've learned from hard times? Drop it in the comments below. I want to hear from you. If this video inspired you, hit like and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And if you want more powerful insights on personal growth and success, subscribe to the Sounding Board. Let's build resilience together.